Mr. Arlington.
So it is Talbot. He hasn't quite got his nerve up yet. But he'll be back. Now what? Oh, really? The secretary?
Oh, darling, we didn't think you'd be up.
Obviously. You thought I'd be asleep at my desk in the study, I suppose.
What?
Oh, this is insufferable, absolutely outrageous, of all the inconsiderate. All right, everybody. We'll have everybody. Horace, you needn't think you can thwart me by swarming in at... Hop!
Yes, sir?
Fetch my nephew. Wake him if you have to, but get him down here right away. Talbot, too. He just went up.
Yes, sir.
And have them come to my study. And hurry, Horace. I'll get to the bottom of this. Good. Now sit down. Thank you. I have very little time, so please listen closely. Now then. Someone is going to murder me shortly, and I'm certain it's one of you. The point is, I want to know which one, and I intend to find out. But since my time is very limited, I'll thank each one of you not to interrupt and to answer questions promptly. Now then, you. You looked quite promising earlier, my boy, but you certainly seem to have been sound asleep, so I'm trying to eliminate you now.
Well, sure, Uncle Alex. What would I want to kill you for?
Well, for a third of my estate, naturally.
Sure, I could use the dough, Uncle A. But I wouldn't want to see you knocked off just for that. If I could get it any other way.
You're the one who interests me now. Just what did you come back for tonight?
I forgot something.
Oh, I see. What was it? Let me see it.
I couldn't find it.
Ah, just as I thought. The insane idea that you could write my books has preyed upon your fuzzy little mind until you believe it so strongly you're ready to kill for it, aren't you? Answer me, aren't you?
You must be out of your mind.
Alex, honestly, what is this? Are you all right?
I've been avoiding this, of course. One hates to think his own wife might... But we must face facts now. And the facts are that you have, for some unaccountable reason, become enamored of this outsize amoeba. But you know you can't have him without losing me and my money. So murder would solve your problem very well, too, now wouldn't it?
Oh, Alex, of all the nonsense.
Really? You shouldn't have been home till 1, you know. And yet here you are in plenty of time. Why? Tell me that.
Because the show was a crashing bore. What else?
Yes, it was terrible, really.
Oh, yes. Yes. Perhaps you've been overlooked. After all, stabbing is hardly a woman's way, is it? And since you're penniless yourself and know you can't have Carol without money, well, I can hardly see her doing her own housekeeping, can you? Mending her own clothes, dyeing her own hair.
Alex!
But as my widow, she'd be quite well off, you know. So I put it to you, Benson, that you'd very much like to see me gone, dead, wouldn't you? So you could have both Carol and my money.
Well, when you put it that way, Alex, I mean, you make it sound so attractive. Yes, I guess I would.
Oh, this is getting nowhere. If only I'd agreed to go through with it. I must know. If only I could extend the time now. Hello.
Alexander?
Is this...
Yes, this is Wilfred.
Oh.
Would you really like to extend the time? Actually go through with it again?
Could I?
Yes.
Would it come off right on time, just as before?
The final event would be the same. Well, you have only a few seconds.
Yes. I want to do it. Thank you.
Who was that?
Oh, that was Wilfred, my recording angel. You see, I'm dead. I mean, I was murdered once before, but I didn't know who did it, and Wilfred has allowed me to come back to find out. Very considerate of him, I think. But you see, I still don't know, and he's going to let me go through with it again. But please don't ask me to explain. You wouldn't understand.
You certainly wouldn't.
The point is, in a few moments, someone is going to stab me in the back with this. But this time I'm going to be awake, and I'll know who it is. So go on, clear out all of you. Obviously, nobody will do it with the others here as witnesses.
Arlington, you'd better get to a psychiatrist before it's too late. Even if one of us were going to kill you, you don't think he'd come back and do it right away, do you? With the others inevitably watching for him?
Well, possibly not, I don't know. That's not my responsibility. But go on, can't you all clear out? Can't you hurry?
Alex, carrying this foolishness one step farther, there is a way it could happen, you know, right now. If the murderer could kill you without any of the rest of us knowing which one he is, then he'd be safe, wouldn't he?
Yes, of course, but obviously that's impossible, so please.
Oh, no, it isn't. Even Slade Sanders should think of that one, Alex. All I have to do is...
Benson! All the lights! Benson, you underhand! Will somebody... Benson! Oh!
Now he's back in heaven.
And another small erasure here. And that's that.
Do you mean to say that all I've just been through took place while you were...
Yes. As I told you, time on Earth has no relation with time here, which is eternity.
Well, they did it again.
And you still don't know.
Benson put out the lights. Somehow, it doesn't seem to matter so much this time.
That's good.
You see, nobody seemed at all upset at the idea of my being killed. And now I'm beginning to wonder what sort of person I was.
Well, that would also involve the kind of people they were. And after all, none of you were better than human.
I suppose not.
Of course, you do have one clue. Whoever killed you would have to trust Benson implicitly. Be sure he wouldn't turn on the lights again.
Of course. They would have to be partners who had already planned to kill me. Carol. So it was Carol. Poor thing. She'll get no good out of it. She's certain to be caught. She's not nearly clever enough.
Few are.
I say, you're really quite a detective yourself, you know. Very good indeed. Oh, I'm sorry. I must sound dreadfully patronizing. A habit left over from Earth, I suppose. I must have been rather obnoxious, I fear. In fact, under the circumstances, how did I get in here at all?
Oh, all mystery writers go to heaven. Didn't you know?
They do? Whatever for?
I really don't know. I must remember to ask sometime.
Well, why they would go to heaven is certainly a mystery to me. After she had assisted her husband out of this vale of tears, Mrs. Arlington sought solace in a quick marriage to Mr. Benson, and they lived happily ever after. He in the state penitentiary, and she at the women's detention home, where she found a very nice job in the mail room. Vincent, of course, became filthy rich, which reminds me that we were to hear from the Committee on Ways and Means. However, they were unable to attend. They didn't have the money for the bus fare, in which case I declare this meeting adjourned.